Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. This article is incredible. We're going to be breaking it down today, talking about how higher investment demand in silver is to drive prices higher in 2020. You heard it here first. Right now, we have a diminishing silver supply, but a rising demand. We know that low supply, high demand shoots the price up. So yes, we are going to be selling out of silver. U.S. Mint sold out of American Eagles. That's not the first time we've seen a silver shortage, and it's definitely not going to be the last. What is going to happen to silver prices once the diminishing supply cannot meet the demand? It's going to shoot the price up. And I think it's going to happen sooner than most people are speculating. So anyways, let's break down this article. I'm going to share a little bit before we jump into the video. I'm going to give some context. So, Mexico and Peru are the two leading countries that produce silver. They dig silver out of the ground. They accumulate nearly 40% of all the global silver production. And since this virus has been affecting all these countries and putting things to a halt, they've had to shut down their silver mines, their mines completely, not just silver. And what this means is that silver supply is very short. It's on a very, very, very short end. And what is happening is there's an increasing demand as prices start to rise, as stock markets aren't performing well, as gold and silver are seen as a safe haven metal. So all these people are trying to rush in to buy silver, but there isn't much silver left to buy. So that means the premiums, which you've been seeing, are going to start rising, and silver is going to be more expensive. Low supply, high demand shoots the price up. That's investing 101. What if I told you for the last 7 years, we've been cutting back silver production by the hundreds of millions of ounces? That's right. Miners have been abandoning silver mines. They have been abandoning silver mines because it's more profitable to dig up gold, lead, and zinc. And actually, most silver is found from byproduct. That means by accident. They're not looking for silver, though. If they find some silver while they're looking for gold, they'll take it. But they're not single-handedly looking for silver. There's actually very, very, very few single-handed silver mines. All silver is found by accident. That's just a little recap and a little insight on the supply and demand situation. So anyways, silver prices rallied by 8% last week on a falling gold to silver ratio. At the end of last week, the price of silver was sitting around $15.80 per troy ounce. Silver prices have underperformed gold prices in 2020 and made a low of $11.74 in March, the lowest price since 2009. And actually, silver prices just broke above $17, ladies and gentlemen, sitting at around $17.10 right now. Are we on the way to $20 silver? We could talk about that after this article, but let's keep on going. We are seeing some similarities in the silver market when compared to its price moves during the recession-like crisis back in 2008. Firstly, if we look at the stimulus measures announced during the 2008 and 2020 recession-like scenarios, Fed announced unprecedented stimulus packages with short-term rates to zero starting in the quantitative easing program. So the same thing in 2008 happened in 2020. What that led to is $50 silver in 2011. So is it going to lead to $50 silver in 2023, 3 years later? Only time will tell. During the third quarter of 2008, Fed borrowed $530 billion, while this year it said would borrow almost 5 times that amount, $3 trillion. So, since it's more severe, are we going to see higher prices? 2008 was nowhere near as severe as this, so I think the price of silver, if it would hit $50 in 2008, would probably hit around $100 in today's terms. Secondly, gold to silver ratio in 2008 and 2020. The ratio hit its peak in both, but the high in this year has been much more significant, also pushing towards higher prices or reflecting upon higher prices. The ratio rose to record high of 124 in March of 2020, and currently the ratio is standing at 104. So silver is starting to outperform gold. Thirdly, the selling in silver during the 2008, but before it dramatically rallied to record highs of $49.82 an ounce in 2011, is similar when we look at the selling in March, when prices made lows of $11.74, followed by the price rally towards the $17.10 ounce line till date. To conclude, if the history has to repeat in 2020 as silver have performed better during the global financial crisis, we may see huge upside in silver prices in the next 2 years. And that's something I need to stop at. The next 2 years. If you're in this for the short term, at least wait a couple years. Don't look for silver in the next couple months or even the next year or so. Don't look to liquidate then. You'll be selling yourself short. There's so much potential in the 3 to 5 year range. We're talking about $150+ silver in the next 3 to 5 years. Don't sell yourself short. Don't sell at $20. Don't sell at $30. I wouldn't even sell at $40. $50 is probably going to be a lot of resistance there because that is silver's high in 2011 and in the 80s. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of resistance around the $50 range. A lot of people will probably be selling around there. So if you want to cash out there, if you bought silver at $5, $10, and you want to get that $40+ profit premium per ounce, that's a life-changing amount of money, especially if you have enough silver, and I hope you do. I hope you are taking advantage and buying your silver right now, accumulating as much silver as you can for as cheap as possible, because we're not going to be seeing prices this cheap for much longer. So anyways, therefore, we expect MCX silver prices to trend higher towards the RS 51,000 to RS 53,000 in coming year. Currently, the MCX silver price is trading around 47,000 per kilogram. So anyways, so back to supply and demand, back to the beginning. Let's go back to the beginning. We have Mexico and Peru and other countries. It's Mexico, Peru, China, Australia, some of the biggest producers of precious metals. All of them on a global scale has been affected from this virus outbreak. And that shows that we have a limited supply of silver. And we have a lot of catching up to do because we've been cutting back production for the last 7 years. So we're actually 14 years in the hole because we have to catch up from 7 years ago to break even today's term. And then 7 years in the future, when silver is going to be diminishing, we'll just now be breaking terms with today. We're actually double SOL. We have to catch up 7 years from we've been cutting back production for the last 7 years, so we have to catch up 7 years time, and in that time it takes to do that, we'll already be 7 years in the future, so we're actually 14 times less out of silver than we should be. And that's a very scary thought, because imagine if there's a big bull, imagine if the whales start coming. Silver's a small market, so one person could single-handedly move markets. So imagine if there's a big whale that decides to buy up silver, or imagine if the price does start to reach that $20 range, and a lot of new investors, which is going to happen, are going to come diving into precious metals, from stock markets, from options markets, from cryptocurrency. Imagine if all this new money comes in. What do you think is going to happen if we simply don't have the silver? The producers are going to turn into consumers, and the consumers are going to turn into producers. The people that want the silver, like you and I, will be selling it to the people that need it. And who needs it? The industries. The silver is widely used as an industrial metal. So the chance of the premium still being paid is extremely high. Even if silver goes to $150, you're still going to see people paying those prices, because if you want the newest, latest iPhone, you better hope they do. And looking at silver and $50 silver in 2011, most people thought it was going to keep going higher. I remember finding a lot of articles from back in that time frame. Most people thought they didn't sell at $50 because they thought it was going to go up to $100. So a lot of people missed the tops. So anyways, just to recap a little bit, we see a low supply of silver and a high demand. Selling out of silver, a silver shortage is real. Silver shortage is real. U.S. Mint sold out of American Eagles, 3 times the amount from in 2019. This in 1 month. This stuff is real. It's actually happening. What side of the fence are you going to be on? Are you going to be on the side that has the silver, that is going to be extremely wealthy because you bought in early and you're going to sell the top? You're going to buy the dip and sell the top? Or are you going to be on the other end of the stick, buying the top and selling the dip? You don't want to buy low. You don't want to buy high, sell low. You want to buy low, sell high. So buy your silver right now while it's cheap, while it's affordable. You don't want to be the people paying $50 per ounce when you can get it for $15 right now. That's silly, especially if you know about it right now. Imagine actually waiting that long, even if you have the information. See, a lot of people don't even have a chance because they don't even know about silver. But imagine knowing about silver and still not buying it and then seeing it explode when you missed your opportunity. Man, that would be a whole world of regret and guilt. I couldn't imagine it, right? I'm glad that we're buying it. I'm glad we have so much potential and opportunity in our futures. We're investing into our futures. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. The link to this article from moneycontrol.com will be in the description. Make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. I post daily videos. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.